Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to do something a little different. We're going inside the factory, and I'll be your guide. Think of me as a technician who's seen literally millions of socks being made. We're going to pull back the curtain and see how a simple bundle of threads becomes that thing you pull on every single morning.
But first, let's kick things off with a question. You've all seen those deals, right? A huge pack of socks for basically the price of a coffee. But have you ever really stopped to think about what goes into a quality pair? Let's dive in and find out.
Okay, so everything, and I mean everything, begins with the raw material. And for us, precision is the name of the game, right from the very start. This is where we lay the foundation for a sock that's actually going to last.
Before a single thread gets woven, every single batch of yarn goes through this incredibly rigorous inspection. We check it under all kinds of different lights, we compare it against a master sample, we're making sure the color is perfectly 100% consistent. There are no happy accidents here. Every color has its own number, and if it's not a perfect match, it doesn't go in the machine. Simple as that.
Now let's talk about the secret sauce, what we call the magical ingredient. It's not just cotton, you know? We weave in this specialized elastic material. This is what gives the sock its strength, its stretch, and stops it from becoming a sad, droopy mess around your ankle by lunchtime. It's absolutely crucial.
So once the design is loaded, get this, from a simple USB drive, the real magic starts. It's pretty amazing. All those complex patterns, just data on a tiny stick. The machine then pulls exactly the right yarns from the spools, and at an incredible speed, it gets to work.
And inside that spinning cylinder, 200 needles. 200. All of them moving with this insane mechanical precision, thousands of times a minute. They work in perfect harmony to knit that yarn into a totally seamless tube. Honestly, just watching it is incredible.
And this just shows you how efficient modern manufacturing is. In just 5 minutes, what was just a bunch of separate threads becomes a basic shape of a sock. From start to finish, that part takes just 5 minutes.
But hold on, we're not done. That very first sock that comes off the line gets pulled for a super important quality check. We're looking at the pattern, the weave, the tension. If it is anything less than absolutely perfect, the whole process stops right there. We don't make a single other sock until that first one meets every last standard. Okay, so we've got a woven tube, but that's not a sock yet, right? You can't wear it. This next series of steps is all about refinement. This is where the finishing touches really separate a good sock from a truly great one.
Now this might seem a little weird, but to create a really comfortable toe seam, we first have to turn the entire sock inside out. We use this powerful suction machine that just flips it in a fraction of a second. It sounds like a small thing, but trust me, it is vital for getting that perfect finish.
And that brings us to the toe seam. You know what I'm talking about. We've all had that sock with the bulky, irritating ridge that rubs your toes all day. It's the worst. Here, the machine stitches the toe with so much precision that the seam is basically undetectable. Any extra material gets trimmed away instantly. A seamless finish isn't some luxury add-on. For us, it's the standard. Next, the socks get a little spa treatment. Seriously, they're washed with steam and plant-based softeners to get them clean and give them that super soft feel. Then each sock gets stretched onto a metal foot form. This guarantees that every single sock we make is the exact same size. Finally, they go through a dryer that heat sets the shape, so it stays that way permanently. And for the home stretch, automation takes over. Machines pair them up perfectly, a logo gets stamped on, and the final tag's attached. From here, they're ready to be packaged up and sent out into the world. So after seeing all of that, every single meticulous step, let's go back to that original question. What's the real difference between this whole process and one that churns out socks that cost next to nothing?
When you lay it out like this, you can kind of see where corners might get cut, can't you? Are they inspecting every batch of yarn? Are they using that good reinforced elastic? Or is the sock going to lose its shape after one wear? Is that toe seam smooth? Or is it a big, bulky ridge that's going to drive you crazy? And is the size heat set? Or is it going to shrink into a doll sock after one wash? See, you're not just buying a sock, you're investing in comfort and durability.
The biggest thing to take away from all this is that a quality product is never, ever an accident. It's the sum of dozens of these precise, intentional steps. Every checkpoint, every machine adjustment, every little finishing touch. It's a decision that we make to create something that's durable, comfortable, and totally reliable. So, the next time you're shopping for socks, you'll know exactly what's behind that price tag. You'll know the difference between a sock that's just a tube of fabric and one that's been engineered from the thread up for your comfort.
The choice, of course, is yours. Thanks for joining me on the tour.